All right, when we come around this corner, you'll see the front of the palace on our right-hand side. Into the palace, the movie. But you'll see when I said they put it between these two buildings, the front garden, this is where the gazebo was, just here for a little while. But you can see people, you can see the fences broken out. I'm sure that was Sound of Music fans back then trying to get that. But yes, as I said, the Untersberg mountain, believe me, is the 2,000 meter mountain that's over there. We will see if it comes over the clouds as we drive around, but it was featured several times in the movie. And right at the very beginning, they talked about it. So when she comes down, while they're singing How Do We Solve a Problem Like Maria, and she comes down off the mountain, she gets there and says the Untersberg was calling her. So these are the names you'll now make more sense when you listen to the movie next time you'll hear the Untersberg was calling. And then she said that she grew up on the Untersberg, and she used to look over the fence into the abbey, and that's why she wanted to be a nun. So Hollywood likes to take a few geographical liberties. That's a couple of them, because we've got to have to think the Untersberg Mountain's way over there, and it's 2,000 meters high, and she was on top of it apparently. So while they were singing How Do We Solve a Problem Like Maria, she ran down that big boy and all the way across the city into the abbey. So she did very well. She was quite the athlete. Definitely would have made the Paris Olympics, I'd say. Just down here we've got the fortress again on your left. Now the best Hollywood liberty they took with the geography, though, around here was the end of the movie. Now in the movie, Captain Von Trapp obviously did not have an iPhone with Google Maps. Had he done that, he would absolutely not have taken his family over the Untersberg mountain. But back then he was just taking a guess, I guess. It wasn't a great idea, because Switzerland, where he was headed, is not on the other side of the mountain. If we have a look at a map of Austria, that's not how it works. But what was in that time period on the other side of the mountain was the second headquarters of the Nazis outside of Berlin. So that's where Hitler had his home, where the Eagle's Nest is, where Berghof his home. All the key decision makers were there waiting for that family to come down the other side. It was definitely not the way to go. Luckily, that's not what the real Von Trapps did at all. That was just the movie. Possibly why there was not a Sound of Music 2 made, because the story ended there. So, if you would like to go to the top of the Untersberg, if you're here for a few more days and the weather clears, I think tomorrow might be a little bit more of this sort of weather, but then it clears again, and you can go up to the top on a cable car. The number 25 bus will take you there. It's the last station of the line for the 25, and that will take you to the base of the cable car station, and then you can head up to the top of the mountain and see the most spectacular views across the Austrian Alps and back across Salzburg. So it's a great way to get up very high when you are here. The ticket for that is around 28 euros to go up the gondola, or you can buy the Salzburg card, which is much better value. It's 24 or 48 hours. 24 hours is only 31 euros, and that then gives you access into most of the attractions and museums and everything in the city. Includes the Untersberg gondola, so it's excellent, and it includes all your public transport. But you could do the gondola, you can then go up to the fortress on the vernacular railway, you can go into the castle at the top with the museums, you can go to the Mozart's birth house and the house he lived in, his residence house. You can go to the zoo, you can go to the Hellbrunn fountains, lots of things you can do for that 31 euros in 24 hours, so it's very good value.